All right, let's go ahead and move on to something that we hopefully will say is a lot better than what we just saw. And how can it not be? I mean, it's a colorful film with delightful animals singing tunes that we all know and love. Of course, I'm talking about Sing, simply titled Sing. And talking animals always do big money at the theater. And especially when they go that route of getting all these all-star cast voices in there, A-list voices in there. But it's one thing to get them as voice actors, but when they can come in there and show them their multi-talented sides by going in and singing too, well, that might just equal a hit right there. Let's go ahead and take a look at the trailer. Maybe not all of it, it's kind of long. But let's take a look at the trailer for Sing, and we'll come back and see if these animals warmed our hearts.
Fear stop you from doing the thing you love.
You know what's great about hitting rock bottom? There's only one way left to go, and that's up.
So you could probably already tell what's happening here. You know, you have Matthew McConaughey, who is name is Buster, little koala.
Buster.
Buster, leave him alone, Mark. Leave him alone. You're already picking on him, man. He has it hard enough, Mark. Leave him alone. His theater is about to get shut down. All he wants to do is produce great shows and make his dead father proud. And the movie ends up being essentially American Idol meets Zootopia, except not as good as either one of those. But hey, look, that doesn't mean that it's actually terrible, or does it? I don't know. You know that it's a family film. Has this whole message of, you know something, when we're all competing against each other, nothing gets done. But when we work together, we can save the rec center. You know, or in this case,
no, that's it.
That's in this case, the movie theater. But I want to come in and saying some nice things. You know, I just got through talking about Assassin's Creed. I'm in a foul mood. Let me get back on track and try to be positive here. It's a movie with like, as I said, it has an all-star cast of voices here, and I like the way that all these characters are introduced. I like the way you see them actually come together, and most of all, I really enjoyed Matthew McConaughey. I was talking to my girl, and we were saying, if they didn't say that was him, or if they
you might never know it was.
You would never know it was him. Matthew McConaughey it sounds like he's having, as a voice, the most fun that he's had in a movie for a long time.
It's a chance for him to play something that's so not him.
No, exactly. No, not him. And he's having so much fun. Like, he's the only one in the cast that really can't sing, and he doesn't care. He's just embracing it and having the best time of his life.
I just met you, and this is crazy, but here's my number. So call me maybe.
Don't you get the feeling that whole smooth Southern guy thing is an act? You know, like if you got if you got Matthew McConaughey drunk at a party, that would really be him right there. Hey, you go.
Go for it.
Oh, you mean like this?
Try to chase me, but here's my number. So call me maybe. There you go.
And that's Scarlett Johansson right there. You know, they actually can sing. I'm not saying they should put out an album, you know, anything like that. But as far as going in and holding a note and being able to hold down a cover of a song, all right, you know, cool enough. The thing is, and you know, I was actually surprised by some of the characters that I'd seen. Once you know who the voices are, like for me, Taron Egerton, you know, when he plays the gorilla that you saw right there singing, and I was pretty impressed by that. Because
you thought he really was that kid from the
man.
Kingsman.
I thought he was a wigger from Britain. You know, I thought he was really in some thug shit.
He's really Eggsy.
yeah, from Kingsman. Yeah. I was like, that thug got a nice voice. You know, straight out the projects.
He's basically playing the same character.
Yeah, except kind of a nicer version of that.
Sure.
Yeah, the gorilla that he's playing.
He's that character mixed with Eddie the Eagle.
Yeah, exactly. You know, he's a sweet character, sweet guy. You know, and they're playing on type right there. He's a gorilla who doesn't want to be a criminal like his father. Mm-hmm. But that's the thing with the movie. You know, I would say that when you watch the trailer, these characters that you see, that's what you get. All these characters that you see here, they don't go past what you see in the trailer. You know, you have Reese Witherspoon as a pig who don't believe in birth control. Nick Kroll is She got 25 kids. Nick Kroll is a pig that speaks Swedish for some reason. What's that?
German, I think.
German? I don't fucking know. Taron Egerton, he's a gorilla with a leather jacket. Seth MacFarlane is a mouse who thinks he's Frank Sinatra. Scarlett
Which
Johansson,
is like the real Seth MacFarlane.
Exactly. Yeah. Scarlett Johansson's a porcupine who plays the guitar. That's it. They don't really go beyond that. If I had to say something else about the film, I'm not a big fan of movies that take, the Happy Feet model. I'm sure there's a movie before that.
Yeah.
Happy Feet had a story.
Happy Feet had, that kind of barely. That's what the thing about these kind of movies. Moulin Rouge, Happy Feet. I myself am not a big fan of taking the whole pop song or, some classic song and changing it around. It's almost kind of a cheat. It's a way to get the audience hyped up on the familiar, and I'm not always a big fan of that. I know Happy Feet was cool and it was fun, but I'm not always a big fan of that.
Well, you can say that, but there was a movie we just saw a month ago, which was Trolls, and I feel like they did a good job of bringing in music that but it was always like there was still a story going on, and there was something else to focus on while that music was playing. But in this, the music is the centerpiece, so while it's going on, you really have nothing to do but to sit there and listen to a song that you've heard 1,000 times.
Yeah, and sometimes I mind it and sometimes I don't. There's a lot of music in here. There's over, while they're not original, some things work, some don't. Some are throwaways and some are showstoppers. Over 80 songs in here, something's going to hit and something isn't. Some of them they go so quick that you don't even notice. They got so many songs in here that they actually got lucky and wrote off a dead guy. It's like it kind of played a tribute by accident in this movie. The whole thing with Hallelujah, Leonard Cohen.
Oh, right.
When Leonard Cohen just died, and I'm sure when he did the movie, the makers of the movie, like, got him, yeah.
We got to put that number back in.
They took him out.
It all went wrong. I'll stand before the Lord of Song with Hallelujah.
That's Leonard Cohen's ghost right there. Shut the fuck up.
I don't care for the way she fucked up that song.
Yeah. That song's all about sex, right?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah. It's in a kids movie right there.
Yeah.
And then in a way, some things just don't need to be blackened.
No.
I'm sorry.
It's true.
It's just true. As a black man, I'm telling you, some shit just need to be lightened and not blackened.
They knew what they were doing. Leave it alone.
Yeah. we don't need Leonard Cohen's last tribute being sung out by a black elephant wearing a hoodie and leading with some Beats by Dre headphones on.
Stretching it out.
Yeah. It's so some things I think just don't work, But what? Here's something else in the movie, and I'm gonna see if I can find something here because they did something in the film where you got to understand that this is not a Pixar movie. This is not a This is not a Pixar movie. This is not a Disney movie.
Nope.
No.
Not even DreamWorks.
Not even DreamWorks. No. You might find it at Walmart in the bargain bin. It's not terrible, but you can tell that it's not the best character design in a movie. It's not the best animation you have in a movie. I won't say animation, just the character design is lacking a little bit. It's very noticeable. There's so many animals in this movie. One thing I can say about Zootopia, I can say a lot of good things about Zootopia,
Sure.
but every animal looked different.
Yeah.
This movie, I don't know what's going on with this budget, but they copied and pasted some of these animals, and don't think nobody saw that shit. That alligator in the movie, They got the alligator you saw doing the Humpty dance before. That alligator played about 10 different roles in this film right here.
Yep.
That motherfucker spent most of his time going to the wardrobe department. I saw him. Even in the trailer, y'all thought y'all could get by on somebody. He's in the one scene eating dinner over there.
Yep, there he is.
You see that right there? Same alligator. And later on in the movie, you did on that jail scene where that gorilla's being called a pussy by his dad. Alligator in jail too. Look at got an orange jumpsuit on.
Maybe he's a private detective.
No, they just didn't have no budget to hire more alligators. That's all.
He's stalking that gorilla. I know what y'all up to.
I mean, there's some other.
He went
There's
deep cover in jail.
They got a wildebeest or something that I kept seeing. They got a giraffe that keeps popping up. They literally like do Control C and Control V for some of these scenes.
Well, come on, there's only 20 animals in the world. What are we supposed to do?
Yeah. It's just an animal movie just for the sake of having funny animals in there. Because the kids like it. So. But see that giraffe that you see right there, he's there. So but as much as I'm talking, let me hear what you guys have to say.
Well,
Well.
the thing is,
Rochester.
Yeah, when Illumination came out with The Secret Life of Pets earlier this year, I was shocked because it was good. And I normally don't like Illumination movies. And this movie sums up a lot of what I don't like about their movies, is that they do the cheapest thing they can, and they pander. And man, you talk about pandering. Don't do it. Don't do it.
I got bras in Atlanta.
Man, I wasn't going to do it until you start moving shoulders.
I'm not doing it.
Because I heard you over there giggling. I was like, uh-oh.
Sorry.
Because in most of their movies, even when I don't like them, the part I like the least is at the end when they go like, well, to end this, let's just have a big musical number with all the characters. Whereas this is just a movie of almost nothing but that. It's like, wow, you just like summed up your whole catalog and put it all in this one movie. And yeah, it'd be different if there was original songs, but we're watching fake CG animals do karaoke. I don't even like watching people do karaoke, let alone this. And the story.
Even though you do It's a Wonderful World excellently, man. Get Martin drunk. He'll do it.
You get a taste?
No. ICCs. No. Anyway. But the thing is, I mean, it's very light. And it's likable enough at first. Certainly, Matthew McConaughey's character is the koala. He's the glue that keeps us together because he's so earnest and heartfelt, and you just root for him. But all these other stories, at first you're like, oh, okay, and after a while you're like, so you're really not going to do anything with this, and they're just going to get up here and sing these songs. And this is like American Idol, except even has it been canceled already?
It's been gone.
Yeah,
for a while.
it's on its way out. It's like
got
this
The
is
Voice and everything.
this is picked up on a trend that's already dead. But I know there's gonna be people who just go like, oh, they're so cute and they're singing songs I like, and they'll go for that low hanging fruit.
Yeah,
and it just makes me resentful. And I know part of it, and it's not fair to this movie, but it's coming out in a year that was strong for animation.
Yeah,
we're seeing all those strong animated movies. Like we saw this right after Moana, and it's like, man, come on.
Yeah.
It's almost not even fair, but fuck it. I was kind of angry. I mean, I wasn't angry at the movie, but I was kind of like, okay, here we go again.
Corey.
Man, y'all both basically covered everything I wanted to say. The one thing about it, you said the kids like love this stuff. Like it wasn't the kids laughing at this. We went and saw it. It was like those moms that were zannied and champagned out, and they're like, look, that pig's just like me. I like to sing. I'm like, oh shit. But yeah, like, it was bad, man. It was all moms behind us laughing. Not even the kids were enjoying it that much. But yeah, it takes what we always hate from films where they have that big blowout number at the end, and it turns it into, oh, well, we're just gonna have that in the movie every 5 minutes. There's not really any big moments in here where you're worried about the characters, or are they gonna, complete this mission, or are they gonna get this done? Because it's an Illumination movie, so they got the most simple plot they can make. Oh, yeah. And you're like, all right, this is gonna turn out fine for everybody. This one thing in here, and this might be, and I will welcome the comparison. The member Zootopia butthole moment. You don't remember when he?
I remember Martin's. He was like there was not only a butthole, but he was mad because he didn't see an elephant vagina. Yeah, when he bent over.
Yeah, but there was something in here that's weird. With most animated movies, fish are usually the thing that people can eat, and they don't really talk about it. But in here, there's a moment where they go to a calamari restaurant and they order calamari, and then later in the movie they talk to the squids. I'm like, so wait, they understand you? Are you eating them? Like the squids get paychecks and they're eating them and then having them participate.
They're the second-class citizens of this universe, man.
Man, but we don't eat our second-class citizens.
Yeah, it was a little off.
That's right. It is Trump's America.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, it's just simple. The animation's not great. I do agree with you that Matthew McConaughey did an amazing job. I didn't know it was him, but everybody else was just all right. We're here, and Nick Kroll even put on a god awful German accent.
Right.
It was like, yeah, I'm Gunter the pig. I'm like, all right,
It wasn't even necessary.
It was really unnecessary, and this was not enjoyable.
I agree with everything that you guys are saying. I really do, and I see everything that you're mentioning. Because any other circumstance, I would be like, I agree wholeheartedly. But I laughed during this whole thing, man. I laughed hard during this. I don't think that it has to be Disney. I don't think it's not even trying to be Disney. It's not trying to be Pixar. And it's trying to tell you straight up. It said, yeah. We don't give a fuck about awards. Give me your money. We're going to do some talking animal shit, and we're going to make your kids and maybe your drunk mom laugh. You know, that's all that
Remember
they're
that
saying.
song you loved 5 years ago?
Yeah.
This pig is going to sing that song.
Yeah. You know what? And I
Call
don't,
me maybe still hot, right?
yeah. I look, man, you would get no fight out of me. I agree with everything that you're saying here. Some of the things I respect here. I respect that they put so many songs in there that some of them are not even pop songs. Some of them are not even dance numbers are very popular with kids. Some of them are just slight hints for some of the adults out there of maybe something like a jazz tune.
A penny? How dare you? Empty your pockets right now. Well, what is this you got here? What do you smoke out of this?
I like the way he insinuate that he's smoking crack, and he also robbed that monkey man when it was done. The clip that they gave me, they said Mike gets money from a baboon. I was like, no, he jacked that motherfucker, man. Yeah. There's a scene where he takes his money and throws his money holder back to him and says, get the fuck out of here.
Wait, I wanted to like Mike because I liked his singing.
Seth MacFarlane is doing
Seth
it.
MacFarlane, but he was just such a dick.
He really was.
Yeah,
and that's kind of what
the bad stuff that was about to happen to him. I wanted it to happen so bad. Like you deserve.
No, he
anything
did.
of this.
But I liked it. Every time that they were about to get everything together, he come in and just fuck up the program with his selfishness. I can't say anything. I mean, I got what I wanted out of this. There's so many, for all the things that we're talking about that are bad, the movie moves at a really great pace. At least for me, there's always something happening. You can't really dwell on one thing too much because there's so many characters, sometimes too many, but it keeps it moving. And with that, you get so many sight gags that go on with this too that even that's funny. They have these Japanese dogs that come in and they do like the teenage Japanese girl thing, and every time they came on, I laughed so hard, man. Maybe you guys didn't, but I did.
Ever since you got a dog, you just turned soft.
Well, I am a little soft, man. Hey, so be it. Can't help it if I love my daughter. I'm a proud father now, man. Cut me some slack.
This kind of seems. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. What?
I was gonna say, I didn't see it, but just everything I have seen, this kind of seems like a poor man's version of Cats Don't Dance.
Oh, I thought you were looking at it and said, "This rabbit ass seems so hot."
That's your inner dialogue. You didn't say anything like that.
Which I would have said yes. I agree. I got hard every time those rabbits came on, man.
You in a kids movie, man.
I wasn't there with a kid.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
This time.
I sneaked in a Subway sandwich. But shut the fuck. Oh, shut up.
You said it.
Somebody said something about a sandwich, and that's when everybody oh.
A Subway sandwich? With your hero, Jared?
I didn't say, hey, don't you put that shit on me.
You said that's what you insinuated.
Don't you put that shit on me. I like the movie. That's all. Martin.
Pedophiles agree.
Yeah, Martin. He puts his quote up there.
So what'd you give it?
Well, you know what? I would say this before I give you my rating. I will say that also, I like the animation. The design was not always inspired, but I do like some of the art direction that they had there. I like how some of the animals became part of the sets. I like how they had things in there that were pretty clever, like the pig voiced by Reese Witherspoon, who makes a Rube Goldberg machine to like take care of all of her 25 kids when her husband is too tired to do it himself, and she's got to go rehearse. Look, it's a movie with a lot of faults, but I think it does one thing that it wants to do. It delivers a very light message saying, hey, be cool with each other, work together. And at a time like this, I'll take a message as simple as it comes, and it just says, and we will be all right. Together we achieve. And it just I don't know, I think we're subjective when we say kids don't laugh at things in the movie, because the kids around me were laughing. The adults were laughing. You're right, the adults were laughing harder.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know what was being pumped in that room, but I was laughing hard too, man.
Yeah, it feels like they made this movie with adults. Like they were like, oh, we're gonna make sure the parents are entertained too, and then they just forgot about the kids. And they're like, oh, wait a second, the kids got to be entertained too.
I give it a matinee. I had a very fun time with this. I just can't give it. You're right. After so many good animated films that came out this year, it's hard not to hold that against it. But I had a great time with it.
Okay.
I mean, I don't fault you for that. It's
good.
It's designed in a lab to make you feel that way. To just be comforting and like, hey, let's just all forget our problems and focus on empty entertainment. And the thing is, I mean, I could talk shit about this movie, but I didn't hate it. I didn't even dislike it. I was just kind of like, I don't like it on a philosophical level just because I know how much they cheaped out and didn't try and just went for, like I said, the low-hanging fruit. But some of the characters are charming. Certainly Matthew McConaughey. Like I said, he kept it going at times. And even John C. Reilly at the times he would come in.
Oh, the sheep.
Yeah.
The best friend sheep. Yeah. I had so much trouble trying to figure out who he was.
Well, I mean, they did a good job of casting actors that don't look anything like these characters. So it kind of throws you off. So it's entertaining on that level, I guess. I don't know. I mean, it's like I resent it, but I don't hate it, if that makes any sense to you. I'm going to give it a high rental.
Okay.
I think this movie, like you said, there's too many characters in here. It spread itself too thin. It was trying to be everything to everyone. You had the mom in here who's going to be like the moms in the theater saying, I can relate to that because I'm tired of taking care of my kids. And then you can add like the dad in there that's having issues getting dad, and then there's having maybe issues talking to his son, and then that's in the movie too. But the biggest thing is it's trying to do all this stuff but doesn't have itself focused. So there's a driving story, but it's not interesting. And it's like you said, it's that same story of Save the Rec Center again, and it's not nothing in this feels really inspired. And in the year that we've had Zootopia, Kubo and the Two Strings, even Trolls, which is very relative to this, was I thought done much better and was a lot more inspired and feel like it wasn't just done to make money. And for this, I give it a rental.
Okay, all right, Gers, what about you, man?
I give it a rental.
I'll give it that swole motherfucker. I keep looking at you and thinking that there's a person in that box. Like somebody.
It's Gwyneth Paltrow's head.
Like there's somebody in there that owes you money, man.
Gwyneth Paltrow's head. What's in the box?
Yeah, I think you got about 5 heads in there. GameFly brings to your house, to you, over 8,000 new releases and classics that are available to rent, or you can buy them for almost every system out there, current and some old systems. Like I said, man, I've been trying to put my GameCube back to work for years. GameFly is giving me an excuse to do that. And you can even try 30 days for free by typing in gameflyoffer.com/double toasted. And when you do that, you'll get 30 days for free of games and movies. Get all those things, all of them at once. Just stay in the house. Don't go nowhere because they're all going to get brought right to your mailbox. You can also bring the element of surprise every month to your home in the form of a Loot Crate mystery box. In that box, I can't tell you what it is, but I can guarantee you it is the best in geek and gaming gear. Some people say it's like having Comic-Con brought right to your home. You don't have to leave the house for nothing. You're getting all kind of stuff. And everybody likes a little surprise every month, just a little bit. And here's another surprise for you. You know, if you go to our link, trylootcrate.com/double toasted, and you type in bridge 10, that's the word bridge and the number 10, you can get 10% off, a 10% discount on your first crate. How's that for a surprise right there? Loot Crate, bring the mystery and the surprise to your mailbox once a month with Loot Crate. Hey everyone, thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to our channel and go over to our home, doubletoasted.com, for more videos and live streams. And remember, stay toasty.